So far, we have only looked at a single criteria against a single field. We now need to look at increasing our criteria use to have multiple criteria on the same field. If we start with our new query, looking at the customers again, first name, last name, and occupation, and view, we can see the occupations of our customers. And we know that we can go back into design and put a criteria in here for professional and view, and it will show me all the professionals, 5,500 of them. Now, if I also wanted the clerical workers and the management workers, then I need to add in further criteria. And this is achieved by using these extra lines underneath here where it says or. All of these subsequent lines are treated as or. So my occupation is equal to professional, or equal to clerical, or equal to management. Now remember that the actual text that appears in Speechmarks is not case sensitive against the data. And when we view, we can see we get all the professionals, management, clerical, management, professional, clerical, all the way down. And now we have 11,500 people. Back in design, I can see that it's because of these lines being treated as ors. So we're dealing with multiple criteria on the same field. Now there is an alternative way of writing these in, and that is instead of having separate lines, we can put them all on the same line and say or clerical, making sure that we open and close the speech marks in the right place, or management, in which case we don't need the clerical underneath. This error has been caused by a single speech mark there at the end of clerical, which should be a normal speech mark. Now when we click away, you can see it's changed the ors into title case, and then I do not need clerical and the management in the or rows below the main criteria. So you can either make use of the criteria and then or you can simply place your multiple values with an or between them in the same criteria row. Now this does have its benefits when we proceed to look at the next stage, which is using criteria on multiple fields. There is a need for sometimes the ors to be on the same line. However, when you're dealing with a single field, they do not. They can go this one, this one, this one, this one. And you'll see we get the same result. So the same 11,541 people. So let's save that. QRY, multiple occupations. Now if we delete that criteria simply by highlighting and delete, we can actually use all criteria on other fields as well. So on a date type field, move that up. So we can say the criteria is that they've bought from us some point during the last year, or they bought from us before 1/1/2009. Notice that Access has put the hashes in for me, so that's resolved that. Either they bought from us in the last year, or they bought from us a while ago, before January the 1st, 2009. View, either of those criteria can be true to get our result, and it's actually 5,882. So these are all in the last year, the 2012s. And in fact, it looks like they're all 2012s. So let's just drop that criteria another year in, 2010. And then we get some 2009 purchases mixed in with the 2012 ones. And we have 6,412 records. So you can see we can use these multiple or lines or ors on the same line, not only on text fields, but on date fields. And then logically enough, we could take that forward and use it on number fields. So pretty much on any data type. So we can do save as, QRY, bought recently or long time ago. Because in this particular case, a between would not do us because we could get between there and there, but not the outer portions. So by doing the greater than a year ago, but less than January 1st, 2010, we get the early people and we get the more recent people.